welcome to the making of Rapture. In this episode we're going to talk about how I made the audio for the storm level. So to start with, as you can see, we've got quite a lot of audio sources surrounding the level. Only ones that are highlighted are the ones that are actually playing when you're in the storm. So as you can see, we've got 9 different tracks. Firstly, we've got these 2 bells tracks. They're placed ever so slightly to the left and the right to create a panning effect, because every sound you hear is a 3D sound. As you can look, they've both got the same audio file, just a simple bell track. So if you have a listen, it's literally just sound of a bell on a loop with a little bit of a rhythm. But what I've done is change the pitch slightly. So this one's at 1.24, so it's been risen slightly. This one's at 0.92. What this does is changes the length of it, which means it'll be completely unique and they'll probably never overlap. And again, we've got a linear roll off, so as you get further away, they get quieter. Next, we've got the rain tracks. Again, I've got a left and right one. This was actually a binaural recording that I did, or at least a stereo recording. It's not a true binaural recording. Again, as you can see, I made a slight pitch variation. That's 0.93. 0.13 with a linear roll off on both of them. One thing to point out, what I remember, is on all of them I have the spread set just off 0. The spread is how extreme the panning is, I guess. So if it's at 0, if the sound's on your left, it'll be completely in the left ear. If it's on your right, it'll be completely on the right. But what I've found with testing is that in Unity it can jump quite harshly if you have the spread set to 0, and it's not very realistic and it doesn't sound very good. So for almost all of the sounds, I've upped it to around 20, sometimes a bit higher if necessary, so that you don't get that really harsh switch from left ear to right ear, and it's always in the other ear, even if just a bit quietly, and it helps with when you're rotating your head. But that's a loop I recorded myself and just split into left and right channels. The reason I changed the pitching is because I was still getting a bit of phase issues, because it's not a true binaural recording. I've also got waves tracks. This came from when I initially wanted to have this set as if on a boat. I mean, yeah, it still could be set on a boat, but it's more of a beach or a seaside environment. Again, as you can see, the pitching 0.9, 0.85, so they've both been taken down a bit. I love the use of the pitch tool. It's a great way to vary your sound without having to upload multiple iterations. They're all looping, they're all on repeat, and this one has a slightly different max distance, so when you're on the other side you'll basically be inaudible. The last track is my thunder track. That's right in the middle. It's actually one of the very few 2D sounds that I have. Pitch and volume is normal. As you can see, there's no clip on it because I've attached my random sound script. So what I've done is I've got 4 different thunder recordings. If I just play one of them. You get the gist. I have my thunder recordings, and what the script does is you set a time. In this case I've set a time of 14 seconds. Every 14 seconds it'll select one of these at random and play one, then it'll wait 14 seconds again, then it'll play another, and that just keeps repeating the whole time. So it means you get a random thunder sound, which means every time you play this game it will work out differently, or the odds are it'll work out differently, you never know. The one problem with the script is it doesn't necessarily play a different sound, it can select the same one. I think that's something I'd look into changing in the future. So just to get this level play, go on. Got a normal level as you did. If we go into the storm, so there you go. That's how I made the storm level.